Welcome back, guys, for another episode of the GhettoRig podcast. For those who don't know, my name is Eddie. To my left, we have my co-host Jay. Behind the cameras, controlling all the good buttons and stuff.
Yo.
Miggy. Episode 281, pretty sure is what it is, right?
Yes, sir.
So, as you can see, the title suggests shit's still going down over there on the other side of the world. And I'm sure you guys have a lot to tell me about it. So, what's the update, Miggy?
Iran's navy, non-existent. Planes, non-existent. Infrastructure where to have meetings, non-existent.
So it's a free fall at this point.
It's going down, dude. And all they're doing is adding more manpower.
Yeah, so Shah's, I think, grandson, for a while tried to become the president of the country, and for a while they were blocking him because he wasn't radical enough. He wasn't Muslim enough for them, right? Well, not for them, but for people in charge, right?
He doesn't have popularity.
He doesn't have popularity. And but over there he doesn't have popularity. How much weight does that carry, right? Do we really know? Does he have popularity or no? Are these elections done properly? You know what I'm saying?
Well, according to Trump, he doesn't have the popularity that he would want within people that could negotiate and like he could talk to that are on the opposing side.
At one point, it doesn't matter because that country used to be a pinnacle of what Middle East could look like if they took progress and then move forward, right? I don't know. I don't think maybe Trump understand. He's not an idiot, right? This guy's not. He's a very intelligent guy. He knows what he's talking about. He's very outspoken. Very well speaks English very, very well. So I don't know if Trump necessarily wants somebody like that because he's going to be a good negotiator, right? And Trump doesn't want somebody like that. I think Trump wants somebody that's going to say, hey, you're going to sell your oil to me and I want to hear it. You know what I mean? This guy's going to probably give him a little bit of hard time in negotiations and things like that. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to take over. I'm sure there's plenty of people that want to be the leader of the...
Leader?
Yes, the supreme leader. But,
I mean... But why? Dude, as soon as they name you, you're done.
well, you're done by who, though?
A bomb dropped on you. Actually, multiple bombs dropped on you, just in case the first one doesn't hit.
Yeah, but that was done by us, right, basically?
No,
or
it was
by
done
Israel.
by Israel.
Yeah.
Our ammunition that they paid for.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say, if it's somebody that's pro-Western world, the bombs are going to stop dropping. So you know what I'm saying? If it's a pro-Western leader, the bombs are gonna stop.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, of course, yeah. If they're like, yeah, we'll do whatever you want. Yeah, we can stop.
Hey,
Why would he? That would be terrible if Trump decides to go on a full-out war and extend it past.
Yeah, but who's he going to war with? They done killed the entire leadership. Who are you going after? Like at this point, they're probably scattered. They're all in groups. They don't know what to do.
Well, apparently, Iran still had these nuclear bases, right? That they were still making nuclear weapons with. Those are getting hit. The ballistic missile factories, which they're known to produce a high quantity of missiles, those are being bombarded as well. So it's constantly like bombs away. I don't even remember how many strikes per hour they're doing, but it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and not a single person has died yet, right? On the United States side.
6 people
have died.
Yeah, they're supposed to be coming back here today or tomorrow. Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of the Department of War, that dude has some speeches.
Yeah.
Yeah, he I don't know what he's doing, but apparently the recruitment rate for the U.S. military at the moment is at an all-time high. And I think Pete Hegseth and all his changes with Trump and this current administration is due to that.
May I propose an idea here?
Go for it.
I think the reason it's like that, I think because a lot of the young guys are just kind of quitting the dating world. They don't see any prospects in United States. They have shitty jobs. Women don't want them. So they're like, okay, so what's the next thing? Let me go to the army,
That's
right?
an interesting idea, but going fucking war and getting yourself killed, or a chance of a high chance
It's just,
potentially
I
of
think their
getting killed
way of
for.
proving that they deserve to their bloodline should continue, right?
Some guys do have that idea of, yeah, I must join the military to prove myself and prove to others that I can do this, and
Yeah.
that's gonna, satisfy some type of wanting that I have. But most people are not cut out for the military.
No, I agree with you, but I think that that's the reason why it's at all time high. I don't think it's the speeches that people. You can say all you want. If everybody's afraid of it, they wouldn't go. I think I really think it just has to do with
Have you seen any of the press briefings that he's done?
not
No.
really.
He's
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Where he was like talking about, oh, we don't need fat generals. We need like generals that are like in shape and
well,
stuff.
that too. He's big on that.
Yeah.
But I think I talked about this. A reporter asked him the other day about some plans, like, so what are you gonna do about this certain situation? And he responded like, I don't understand why the media thinks that they could ask these questions and think that they could get some type of answer. We're not gonna going forward. We are not gonna say anything about any operational missions that we're doing. It's just stupid. It's ridiculous. Like, why would you ask me this question?
I mean, Homeboy got a point. Like, you want to know what you're gonna do before we even do it. So what's the point of me doing it if you're gonna know and the rest of the world knows?
I think it's good that they're calling out the media.
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't agree with us meddling in. I understand what we're doing it, but it's kind of like I don't know how much do I agree on that. You know what I mean?
On what?
Us meddling in different countries. I get why they're doing it. I mean, it's putting the country in a better light, but at the same time,
Well, obviously, it's not just to free the country. There's got to be some type of benefit to us. We could get military bases there, which would get us closer to China and Russia.
well, there's so much benefit, right? It's that
We
the
have
oil. Then we're satisfying the.
Now, thanks to this war, we're getting even more allies, which before were kind of just neutral. Saudi Arabia was already giving us some money, but now they're like, okay, you can use your bases too now.
Yeah, no, and on top of that, remember, Israel is very happy with this too.
Indeed, those are the biggest winners out of all of this.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people like a lot of things that are there's a lot of benefits in this, right? For it's not just one thing.
They were happy to pay the $3 billion for the bombs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But which was given to them by our taxpayers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But they have the thing is that they had the military capacity to be able to use it.
yeah, yeah,
The training and knowledge to be and the equipment to
yeah, yeah.
deploy these bombs.
I just don't understand Iran's idea of bombing the neighboring countries. Like how are they still have people that are like in charge that are sending these bombs out, or is it just like a directive that came down? If I die, I want you to push this button. Make sure the coordinates are right. But
A lot of things are getting canceled. A lot of events in all those countries are getting canceled due to that happening. I mean, I think they're gonna cancel 4 rounds. The fourth round of F1, which the first one starts this weekend. So within the next month, they're gonna be going to Bahrain, and I don't think they're going anymore.
yeah, that would be a good. That would be a good target.
Saudi Arabia as well.
Oh, that one's definitely.
Yeah,
gonna happen.
that happens the week after Bahrain, so within the next month or so, they're gonna be canceling that. They're not. They're gonna be canceling that event, but I think they're gonna move the race somewhere else to still have like the same amount of races.
Yeah, because that would be prime target for bombs to go down. You know, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see, but I think this conflict is gonna be ending very quickly, very soon.
Yeah, I do too. I don't think it's gonna take very long for the U.S. to the U.S. and 12 other countries to completely just smash Iran into the ground.
Yeah, it's like the
Russia didn't get that type of support.
Matt Enforcer has entered the chat. You know what I mean? So, you know, but Russia. I mean, what did Russia? I know Russia said that they would support Iran, but how are they supporting Iran? How are you gonna get anything in there when Suarez Canal?
Russia can't support
Suarez?
themselves.
Yeah, and the only person that can do something is China. But by the time they get their shit over, how are they gonna get it there? Through the canal? Canal is blocked. Nobody's going through that. How are they gonna transport it over? There's so many countries they have to cross. United States, so many allies, that this shit's not gonna arrive by trains in time. You know what I mean? And they're probably gonna be intercepted and dealt with very quickly. So, yeah, like
Imagine
Iran has
China
no
goes-
choice.
China takes Taiwan. They're like, we got chips. And then
What I don't understand is, are you saying that Russia says they're backing Iran?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have they done? Their leader was already killed. And they didn't have Russia done anything?
Nothing. Their idea of backing is like, we'll give them weapons, basically.
Yeah.
But Russia himself, themselves are struggling with Ukraine and
They're
their
not
own
going to
weapons.
step in on their own front. Essentially, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but they're not gonna. Where are they gonna pull it? They can't pull it out of their ass. You know what I mean? Most of their equipment is old. Some of the newer stuff that they were talking about, that wasn't really there. Like those rockets they were talking about, it was all just a fucking ploy. You know, they never really deployed any of that shit.
Iran started posting one video that was circulating about a jet that got taken down. That was fake news.
Yeah, because Iran has always been known for having a lot of like what it called as farms for like flooding the social media with fake news and like
Bots.
bots and things like that. So, so all that's getting done with, and majority of the people, the reason the majority of people rose up was because they were done with the regime. They just needed a spark, and we gave them the spark, right? So they just need to put a new leader in there and call it a day. This is it, you know.
This is oh wow, they're already on it. Damn. Have you guys ever seen the AI telly videos?
No.
I think I've seen some of these.
They're like detailed AI videos on how things happen.
You kind of go through and explain it to you, where you can kind of understand how everything went down. Leaving out some of like the intricate details just to not overdo it until you kind of get a grip of what happened.
These guys used a satellite to shut down their shit.
Yeah, just like they did with the what am I call it? Venezuela.
They use like the Space Command or some shit like that. In other news, Trump has created a new, I believe, like a special task force for cartels, and the secretary.
Do you see Marco Rubio's picture? Somebody AI'd it. They said he's the new king of Iran, and he looks like Xerxes. He's like naked without a shirt, and just a
Christino.
bunch of golden shit.
Christy
Yeah.
Noem got fired, and
She got fired, yeah.
and she got moved to do something else.
Well, she didn't get fired. She just got moved, right?
She got fired.
You think she got fired, or
If they demote you or
It's
move
a
you to a
demotion.
different position, it's not
well,
firing.
what position did she get?
Firing is they're gone from the organization completely.
It's a non-existent organization that's just now forming.
Well, maybe she was doing really well. That's why they put her there.
No.
No.
Apparently, I mean, according to the news, it's all negative. Like,
Well, what's this?
apparently, the only thing that she did good was the border thing.
Well, can you go on ChatGPT, just plug that in? Because I honestly don't believe in news, man. They just put all kinds of twists on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Let's just go to chat.
Yeah, just give me the skinny on it. Because I saw people celebrating that on Facebook that she got fired, but I don't. If she, I thought she got fired, but if she got demoted, or she just got moved because of the job that she did on
She
the
got
border.
demoted. It's not an actual firing. She got fired from that office.
This ain't skinny.
What is this? Here's an explanation
March
of the.
5th, 2026, Donald Trump removed Noem as U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security. She
Okay.
became the first cabinet official fired in Trump's second term.
Okay.
Trump said she would instead take a new diplomatic role as a special envoy for the Shield of the Americas security initiative.
What is Shield of Americas?
It's a new one. It's a new diplomatic role.
No, that's fine. But what's Shield of Shield of Americas?
We asked what's special envoy for that, not the actual Shield of America. What is the Shield of America? Shield of America is a new U.S.-led security plan focused on the Western Hemisphere.
The Shield of America is what? A new U.S.-led security plan focused on the Western Hemisphere. Okay.
It encompasses fighting drug cartels and narcotic trafficking, reducing illegal migration to the U.S., increasing security cooperation with Latin American countries, using U.S. military intelligence and law enforcement coordination in the region.
Well, there you go. So she was working on a border. She did well on a border. He said, okay, now you're no longer Homeland Security because he's involved a bunch of shit. You can't handle that. So just do what you're good at.
Yeah, could be.
You know what I mean?
Could be.
So is it really firing, or they just kind of like, you're good at this, go do that?
Yeah, could be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes more sense to me.
It would make sense in the eyes of the American people in a way.
Well, no, in the eyes of American people, she got fired.
Yeah, clearly.
Sure, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I would just say in the more logical American's brain.
Yeah.
By the way, the light room is turned on.
Oh, fuck.
He's a U.S. representative in charge of pushing a new hemisphere-wide security alliance focused on cartels, drugs, and migration. Okay. So they basically said, okay, you're good at this border patrol stuff.
We need somebody to replace you for what you're doing because I think he's going to do a better job, and you're already doing a good job at this. So let's create a whole entire.
Well, no, because Homeland Security is a little more involved than just border patrol, right? Like, that's a little more. She probably sucked at all the other aspects of the Homeland Security, couldn't get it right. But the border patrol stuff she did well. So they're like, okay, well, since you're good with that, go and figure this out over there on that side. Could be just a cabinet position. She'll never probably go up in any other role, you know, but she might end up doing really good there, you know.
Maybe get some cool sketchy shit going for the next 30 years of sealed classified documents.
I'm trying to see if I can find this, but I just saw a thing saying the White House released a montage of us, like a Call of Duty style montage of us in Iran.
I seen it.
See if you can find that.
It's the first post they have. It's the latest one.
Oh, it's on Instagram, and their Instagram, 11 million followers. Damn, how is
Or it was. These guys
on
post
X
like
maybe?
Crazy. It literally had the person holding the little laptop in Call of Duty.
how does White House has less followers than Kim Kardashian? That's what I want to know.
Because more people are interested in ass than politics.
I think it's not only that. I think people are afraid to follow because the minute you follow, it shows on your friends that your friends can see that you follow, and a lot of people are afraid to follow the White House because now they're going to be labeled this, that, or the third. Is this it?
No.
Turn it down. No way they put music on this. And they put the Call of Duty HUD. It's got like the HUD from COD, like the little notifications and shit. That is crazy. Song choice is insane.
Target acquired.
Bruh, I mean, I gotta give it to them. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give it. Whoever is in charge of this operation, you know, like creating these.
I don't
Shit's
know.
hype.
I think it's weird to
It
glorify.
desensitizes.
I think it's weird to glorify war like this, but
It's fucking hype though. It goes hard.
Bruh.
bro, but leave this to like the 14-year-old kids that do random shit like this. You know what I mean? Like, why is the fucking White House doing this shit?
It gets viewed.
Like,
We're in an era where
the fact that like
views
our
is
own
money.
government is glorifying it.
Yes, they are glorifying it, but they also want to instill this fear and like
Don't mess with us type
an
of deal. Like,
overwhelming force like of violence.
cause see, I
I don't
think
know, it's definitely not walking like what does it say? Walk silently but carry a big stick.
No.
Yeah, no, it's-
peace through
Yeah,
strength now.
they're walking around with the big stick and
Swinging
a fucking
it.
megaphone.
Yeah.
They
And
walk
a
around
megaphone
swinging that
just
motherfucker.
screaming that shit out. Don't fuck with me.
yeah.
But I mean, when it comes to war, right? Like, I don't know. I think it's just weird to glorify it like that. The government doing it.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I think his whole thing was like he got elected on an immigration thing and making America great again, right? So his thing is America used to be great because everyone was kind of like respected us and feared us. Now no one respects us and no one fears us. So he's bringing that respect and fear factor in by doing this shit. Like basically saying, "Hey, listen, I'm done playing games with you guys. I'm gonna show you what it is, and it's not gonna be just me dropping bombs. It's gonna be on all fronts."
The crazy part is they've been posting troll ass shit for so long now. Like, this
Yeah,
isn't the first thing, right? So
yeah, yeah. I think that's what they're doing. They're saying like, we did it, and not only they do it, but then they said, yeah, we did it, and now what? What you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? That.
crazy.
I mean, the montage is good, bro. I'm just saying.
But it looks like a 14-year-old
This is
made
when
it.
we get clips at work that we need to remix to create a brand new reel. Like we're just reusing it. We just gotta try and spice it up. Flawless victory.
Bro,
Crazy.
I think, you know what would be funny if Baron is out there doing all these montages? You know what I mean? He's actually clipping these videos together.
This is what Pete Hegseth has to say.
Punching them while they're down.
What he's trying to say is that you don't want them to get strong again, to have to deal with them again when they're stronger, because they have already this is after they destroyed the.
I mean, this just shows to you that no one in this world can stand up to United States. Like, literally, no one.
And he's talking about how this is not even close to what we could do.
I think it's just crazy how much the government has desensitized the masses into no longer requiring any kind of decency.
Well, what's the decency, right? Like,
I
I
don't
mean,
know, like,
Following
just
the global order.
first of all, like, Trump started this whole thing of no longer having manners when speaking, and that shit has now spread to so many other politicians because they feel they can do the same thing. And a lot of other things just like that. I don't know. I think it's weird, and the funny part I think is, if 10 years ago people would have heard someone say something like that, they'd be like, "Yo, this guy's such a piece of shit." This and that, which is not what I'm saying either. I just find it interesting as to like people look at that now and they don't bat an eye to people saying stuff like
and
that.
I think this is a byproduct. It's literally the byproduct of lackluster policy before. The idea that ICE is out there doing their job and people are losing their shit because they're doing their job, just because they haven't done their job in such a long time, that people are losing their shit when they go out there and do their job. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I mean, that started with the cops.
What about cops?
I'm saying that started with like the police too. We had that. We've gone through that with the police, and that's still a
What do
big
you mean?
thing. Like what George Floyd and like all those occasions, the same thing.
Well, no, George Floyd's not the same thing. The guy.
No,
the
but I'm
guy's
saying
in
like
prison
that
right now.
that view upon a organization, like a federal organization, of like
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
them down, like they do other. And there, I'm not trying to say what happened to George Floyd was right. That's not what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say. That's
No,
not what I'm trying
no,
to
I
say
see what
at
you're
all.
saying. Yeah, it started with cops, meaning like they were blaming cops for doing their job
In a certain way.
in a
yes.
certain way. Like in George Floyd case, that was different. He got
Yeah.
arrested for that for killing him, right? So that, but
No, I don't think so.
yeah, the guy's in prison.
The guy that killed George Floyd is in prison. The
Yeah,
one with
yeah.
the his
bald guy,
knee
yeah.
on his neck.
Yeah, the guy's in prison.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, he's in prison, bro. I don't think he pardoned him or anything like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Chauvin is in prison. So, but yeah, like this is cops' job. They do it, and people see the
Like he did it poorly.
yeah. So
But-
I think we're in the age of Chat GPT and Google, and where everyone with a couple of keystrokes and lackluster understanding of rules and laws and how can be done without understanding the loopholes and things like that. Things they have an opinion, a right of some sort to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, no one honestly cares about their opinion or their feelings, or when they're doing like that Monday night hindsight quarterbacking, where it's easy for us to sit here and then analyze the video and say this was right, this was wrong. But if you were to be in that position at that moment, would you be able to do the same analysis? We're comfortable right now on the couch, sitting down and saying, "Oh yeah, this was right, this was wrong." But that's hindsight 2020. I mean, if I knew Apple is gonna be Apple, I would have bought the damn stocks at $800. You know what I mean? I gave the guy $1,000. Right now, it'd be a multi-billionaire. You know what I mean?
The CIA does a daily briefing of whatever's going on in the world, and they present that to the president every morning.
Yeah.
There's different levels to them. There's some that are more urgent than others, obviously. If they were to wake you up in the middle of the night and they're like, Mr. President, Iran's sending missiles over. What are you doing?
Fuck that shit up. I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah.
You guys deal with it.
Y'all know what I'm gonna fucking do. That's what he would say.
No, I mean, that's exactly what it would be. And look at this. Right now, you're sleeping at home. You start fucking hearing a commotion, like breaking sounds and shit like that. What are you doing? Grabbing the pew-pew and going to figure out what's going on, right?
Mm-mm.
Wait, you want to sleep in a room?
No, I'm grabbing the pew and I'm sitting in my room and I'm waiting.
I thought he was about to say, I'm going to sleep.
I heard this from one of these military guys, and they were talking about how, like, what they do is different. And when you're at home and somebody invades your space, like, for example, I have my parents and stuff that I probably worry about. But, like, for example, like, let's say it's just you and your wife in that room. Just stay in the fucking room and point the gun at the door. If there's nobody else in the house, you know what I mean, that you have to worry about, do that, call the cops. If you come, anything that touches that door before there's fucking lights outside, bang, bang. But why go clear the house? Why put yourself in that danger and then have to leave your wife alone or whoever you're with alone? Doesn't really make sense. So, sitting in my bed, in a prone position, stable as fuck at that fucking door. Not prone, but I'm just joking. But yeah, I wouldn't. I heard that and it made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Huh? Yeah, so like there you go. This is an exact perfect example of when people watch those videos and they think they know what's going on, but in reality they have no fucking idea, no angles, nothing.
Yeah. Because before I would have heard that statement, I would have said the same shit. I'm checking the house. No, why? Put myself in danger and get.
Yeah, what are they gonna take? Yeah, what are they gonna take? None of that shit is valuable enough.
Exactly. Not for me to get fucking shot or stabbed or whatever.
Yeah. No, that makes 100% sense.
My dad's got a gun in his room. I got one in mine. We're good.
Yeah. No,
that was crazy.
No, we're good.
No, that makes total sense. It's like the prime example of not having the proper
understanding of a situation.
Not even understanding of proper experience.
Yeah.
Not having the proper experience in these matters. Yeah. Not being trained for it.
Yeah. Hell no, we ain't trained for that shit. But I tell you what, I can hold that shit at a door and sit there. Now, trying to move through a house and clear it, you're going to be shitting bricks.
Yeah, you would.
You're going to be fucking shitting bricks. And the next thing you know, it was just your fucking dog making some noise. And now you can't go back to sleep because you fucking adrenaline shot out the ass.
Yeah, and cortisol levels are through the roof.
Around a corner and
yeah, and then you fucking, you think it's a motherfucker.
Babe, you got my 6.
Yeah, fuck that.
No, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that makes sense because I was talking to Brian. I was like, hey, listen, when I go to the range, what's the best way to do this? He goes, the number one mistake I see everybody do, they just literally stand there and then just keep pulling the trigger. He goes, no, that's wrong. Put it in the holster. You pull it out one shot. Put it back in the holster. Pull it out one shot. Put it back in the holster. He goes, that's all that matters. Just that one shot. Where are you going to spray it? You empty your clip. Now what? Just good at get good at shooting one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not doing YN training. You're not doing YN training.
Yeah. So that's. I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Pop, pop, pop,
yeah.
Pop, pop.
Yeah, no, and I've been watching a lot of the liberals and conservatives talk about these situations with ICE and stuff like that, and consensus is to be very, very clear. They're very, very divided on a thing. Some are calling it this, some are calling it that, some are calling it, oh, this is not legal because of this and that and that and the third. And most of the time it comes down to, were you there? Have you ever dealt with a situation like that? No, then shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about your opinion or your feelings about it. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. It's an interesting subject. Whatnot.
Yeah, it's like a bidding. People do live bids on there, and then there's also like a marketplace. It's a marketplace in a sense, but they do live bidding. So these
Yeah.
guys live stream and they bid for certain items.
I
Everything from shoes to action figures, cards,
Yeah, so if you're gonna do like
clothing.
anything, yeah, the colognes, people will sell colognes
Yeah,
on there.
yeah,
They'll sell
perfumes and
they'll
stuff.
sell all kinds of things, and there are some big creators that get shit for really really cheap and sell.
Hmm.
Like you can pick up some Louis Vuitton shirts and
Yeah,
shoes and stuff like that. But most of the time, I noticed that they run about the right price. You can get something on there and then resell it. They're about the right price, right? So these guys know what they're doing. So the ones that are successful, at least they know what they're doing. So um, it's addictive. I can tell you, if you want to spend hours and hours on your phone,
yeah, because you're bidding for something essentially.
you're
Is what
not
they're.
even bidding. You're sitting there and waiting. Maybe something good's gonna come out that you're gonna bid on, and
Yeah.
then you bid on it. Because that's how I got those Yeezy two Yeezy shirts, those big ones that you saw, on whatnot, and then it ended up being complete shit. You know what I mean? So I've gotten a couple of colognes off of them, like samplers to try it out.
I'm still waiting on my YSL myself absolute sampler that I
You
signed
still
up
waiting
for.
on it? Yeah.
Did you do the same thing?
No.
But I got an ad through my like their one of their ads through my face
Yeah.
Instagram. It was like directly through their account,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, just basically subscribe to our email.
You know what's the
and
nicest way to get those
and you
samples?
can get the sample for free.
And you're pretty good at it. You just go to Dillard's where they have that and start striking a conversation with these people, and then be like, hey, would you happen to have the sample of this one? I can just spray it for a couple of days, see how it works for me. I'll give you a bunch of samples right then and there. And if they don't have it, they'll make one for you.
One time, I think I was with Miguel, maybe when I went to buy perfume or cologne, and they gave me like 2 bags, like a Paco Rabanne bag, and then they gave me some other kind of bag too.
So I've looked into that whatnot. Yeah, so that is true if you're able to get. So let's say you're into, I don't know, you're into Pokemon cards, right? So if you're able to get these Pokemon cards in bulk, meaning you buying them at so much cheaper. I don't know what is the cost of a Pokemon card deck right now.
I don't know. It depends on the type of card, right? So you have cards that range from 30 cents to
Not the card
thousands.
itself. The
Oh,
deck,
that all
the packets.
that all depends as well from what like release it's from or what generation and all those
No,
different
the
things.
newest. Let's say the newest ones right now that they sell in the
I saw
store.
at Target the other day. I walked by a thing. It was $6, $7 for a
Okay,
pack.
so
But
if
when
you-
I looked it up, it was like a very not wanted pack essentially.
Well, it doesn't matter, even if it's a non-wanted pack, because there's a chance of you getting something in it, even if it's not wanted, right? So let's say you can get your hands on these packs for 50 cents a pop, and then you can go and whatnot, and then turn this into a profit. But you have to have these relationships. Like it similar works with colognes. Um, Import them from Korea, Japan. Oh, there you go. So if you can do that and you can get it at a cheaper price, much cheaper price after import and all your costs and everything are all counted in, and then you can sit down there and then flip it on whatnot. Then yeah, on a streaming, yeah, that's a good. I've seen people make ton of money. Like there's one guy on whatnot that does really well. I mean, but he's selling everything from Balenciaga all the way to Chrome Hearts to all kinds of other stuff, and he makes a lot of money. And I've seen interviews with him. Yes, they're making thousands of dollars, but that kid is the most popular one on whatnot, and he's not like he's making good money, but he's not making hella millions, right, by doing that, and he's really good at selling. So
Have you bought any perfumes from there? You said
I bought only the samples. The guy
Samples?
was selling samples of like he had these perfumes. This is how much it costs to get the 5 ml. I told
Oh,
him
like
give me 5 ml.
decants.
Decants, yeah, I got that. Um, Due to the hype right now. Pokemon cards were always a hype. They're gonna continue being a hype. People are
There
getting
is
into
a
these
big hype
hobbies.
right now.
I can tell you this. I don't think it's going to die out because of the nostalgia. Why is this a hype? Because kids that started with the Pokemon cards, not right now they're making grown-up money and they still have the nostalgia of buying it. And the new younger kids that are coming up, they're coming up with this hype, so they're going to also have the nostalgia of
Yeah,
buying it.
those
So it's gonna be like one of those things.
those kids from back in the day are now having kids and passing on that.
Passing, yes.
Yeah,
So
that
the
tradition
hype,
of
I think the
being
hype.
into Pokemon cards. I kind of almost feel a little left out when it comes to that because I was never. I traded Pokemon cards when I was like in elementary school for a little bit, but I never really got into it. Like I don't know the game. Like I never played the games, like the Nintendo games growing up. Like a lot of my friends did.
Yeah, DM one of us actually. DM one of us. Let's talk about if you ever want to get on camera and then maybe we can stream you and we can ask you questions. You can talk about what you do. That might be interesting. Maybe we can do like a 30-minute segment with you. So just DM us. We can talk more about that. Um, but yeah, I mean on Whatnot you can make hella money. I've heard people buying Costco pallets, where they'll buy a pallet for $3,000. You don't know what's in a pallet, but you can
Yeah,
turn that
anything.
into money. Friend of ours, Gabriel, one of his daughter's friend's mom does that on Whatnot. That's how
That's
I found
what
out
one
about
hell of a
Whatnot.
connection.
Huh?
That's one hell of a
Yeah,
connection.
yeah, that's how I found out about Whatnot because we're talking about colognes with them. And it's like, oh yeah, my daughter's friend's mom does that on Whatnot. She buys pallets from Costco. She bids on pallets from Costco and then just sells them like that. I'm currently in uni and debating on dropping out due to how profitable it is. Don't drop out. Continue doing what you're doing. Clearly, you can do the university at the same time while you're doing your cards, right? Continue doing your cards, and then do yeah, perfect. So continue doing your cards and continue with your university because in case this doesn't work out down the road, at least you have the university degree to fall back on, right? This has been proven. You can look at the research. You if you get out of university with a degree, your likelihood of getting paid more than an average increases by like threefold, I think, or something like that. You have to look into the research. But don't drop out.
Depends
Continue
on
doing
which
what you're doing.
career.
Yeah, it also depends on which career, right? Like if it's in STEM, definitely continue doing that. If it's something like psychology, you might want to switch your major, right? You're already there.
Female
Uh,
studies.
yeah, you might want to get out of that female studies or something like that. But no, continue your uni, continue selling your cards. If anything, it's a side hustle that's making you hella money. And then down the road, when you do graduate, and then you see that you're making, let's say you graduate and your job is gonna make you, I don't know, $100,000. But with your cards, you're making $150,000. At this point, you can consider saying, you know what, I'm making 1.5 times more money than my job is giving me. Let me switch to this and concentrate more on doing this. But right now, I say continue doing both because it looks like you have time for both, and I think that's the best decision you can have right now. Yeah, dropping. What does this say?
Pharmaceuticals. Doing pharmaceuticals at the moment.
Which is becoming replicable within it. Pharmaceuticals. Yeah, are you talking about pharmaceutical sales as a pharmacist or as a chemist? What are we talking about here? Either way, pharmaceutical companies are big. Remember, pharmaceutical companies have been writing the books for all the medical schools since the 70s, at least in the United States. So pharmaceuticals companies are not going anywhere. The lobby is way too big. So if you're in a pharmaceutical industry as a pharmacist, and then remember, if you know the AI, if you can get into AI as well and understand how the AI is building these new chemicals together, putting it all together, and how it's figuring out, that might be another avenue you can go down the road, which means you can use your pharmaceutical degree, including your AI, and then come up with something that's going to make you unique, right? So you're in a good place right now. Pharmaceutical, it's a STEM, so stay in that. At
I
least
feel
you'll
like
have that degree.
it's crazy. There's so many, which we kind of figured it would happen, but there's so many fields right now that are kind of dwindling about that fear of is AI gonna take over my job? And
AI is definitely going to start taking over jobs. That's for sure.
I
AI is going to
was
start taking over
I was
jobs.
thinking about that the other day with our job, like me and Miguel, right? We create content for a marketing company, and we go out there and film. We also edit and manage all the content and do other things. But for me, I think for a little while still, it's just gonna be a tool for us.
Yeah,
Like my thing, and I'm thinking in my brain is when is the average person gonna be able to do it all? Like the average business owner,
they won't.
they won't. One, though, they don't want to take the time to do it in the first place. That's one of the biggest like excuses that a lot of big business owners use about like creating any kind of media, because in their brain they can think they can just do it on their phone if they have to, but even that they don't want to take the time to do so. Set up Meta ads, set up Google ads, set up all this bullshit, set up a website. Like
Let
they
me
don't want to have to deal with that.
let me address this question. Okay, so that's a very good question. I understand what you're asking now. There's this good book. It's called Buy Back Your Time, and it's basically talking about. Let's say it's taking you. Your 1 hour cost $100, but you can hire somebody for 50, which means that 50 per hour that frees up your 1 hour. And even if they're doing it at 80% capacity of what you're doing in 1 hour, now you just pay them $50, right? You're still gonna make your 100 off that 1 hour, and then you on your own, you can go out and now use that 1 extra hour for yourself. Now you just made $150 as opposed to making only 100. Do you see what I'm saying? So hire somebody that's going to do the packing, that mindless, brainless job. Hire one of your friends, relatives, family members. Pay mom, dad. Say, hey, mom, dad, could you help me with this? Or whoever it is, or a friend of yours to pack this and be like, I'm going to give you cash for X amount of boxes. So if you are making money and sales are increasing, continue doing that. Just hire somebody to do this packing stuff for you. And then when you get to the point where you're saying, when you have like 10 people that you're managing and you're seeing that the money's coming in and you can come up with the different avenues to invest that money into, not just stagnate with these cards, then worry about what you're going to do with the uni. But if you can get them in there, pay them to do this, that's the best way to go. Yeah, so the book, the name of the book is Buy Back Your Time. Miggy, can you look it up real quick? It's a quick read. It's not big. If it put it on audiobook, put it on double time, and listen to it. It's a really good quick read.
Do you fear that AI is going to take over your job?
No, until until the government basically okays AI to take over that, because they still need humans to review it. But we are integrating AI into my job. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
fixed today. Now it's actually showing on this side.
Yeah, so there you go. So this is the name of the book, Buy Back Your Time. Amazing book on Audible. You can listen at double speed. Train your ear to listen at double speed. You'll fly through this book very quickly. My suggestion would be every chapter, write down the main idea, whatever the main idea of the chapter is. Here's another cheat code. Instead of listening to this, go to ChatGPT, tell them to give you the main points of each chapter, and then look at the main point. If you don't understand it, tell it to expand and explain it to you. And then you'll go through this book within literally 30 minutes on ChatGPT. You'll get the idea of the book, what it's saying, and then implement those ideas within your current business. And this way, on 20 at the moment, and have big goals, even bigger than this. Perfect. Yeah. So just read this book. Buy Back Your Time is an amazing book for you to read. And then there's another book. It's called Millionaire Next Door. If you want to do that, that's another good book. I can have a list of books for you if you want, about 30 books to read, which are really good, especially if you're talking about entrepreneurship and things like that. This is a great, amazing book, The Millionaire Next Door. So start with that book. This way you can buy back some of your time, because it looks like time is what you need, and then go from there, because you're doing fine, man. Continue making that money. Don't quit on anything, right? Don't do anything half-assed, because then that's going to become a part of your life, doing everything half-assed. Finish. Whatever you start, finish it. Anyway, sorry. You were talking about your job and AI taking over.
Well, I was asking about yours.
Yeah, mine is basically they're implementing AI with our work, but they cannot implement AI where AI is going to go and do my job, because so far government requires human touch for everything. The minute government does not require human touch, then they have to put in and then figure out how to do this and that.
Which still will require humans for a little while.
And at first they'll do the basic stuff, and then the more complicated stuff still going to go to humans, where you're going to need a decision to be made, right? And then they can't just when a regulator comes in, and they can't just say, "Oh, my AI told me to do this." They're going to want to have a person there saying, "Yeah," like, because bottom line is they're going to want to put it on someone's head, right? If it's bad, right? So. Yeah, so AI, I think what's even bigger issue right now, AI chatbots, that are a big thing, but people are literally like falling in love with their AI chatbots, and the sex doll industry is getting huge, upwards of 6 figures, right? And Japan just created a new way of making human-like skin to touch. And this is big because a lot of people are quitting, getting out of the dating market because of that. Thank you. My goal is to host 5-6 streamer accounts. That the only way to reach millions a year is sales is right now. Since I stream myself, I'm capped at a certain amount of sales yearly. Yeah, that is true. As I said, that's why you want to buy back your time. And if you're gonna do a couple of streams, get a girlfriend or get a pretty girl. Tell them, hey, listen, I got a job for you. And in this job, what you need to do is do this. And you don't need to tell her anything. You just tell her, this is the price I need you to sell these things at. You don't need to tell her any of the intricate details. You're just hiring them to do the job. Or a guy, doesn't matter. I think a pretty girl that wears a low-cut cleavage will do the job the best. Hey, listen, utilize what you can, right? At the end of the day. So yeah, I say like buy back your time for sure, for sure.
You guys down to wrap it up for today?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. DM us if you want to hop on and kind of talk about what you do. That'd be interesting conversation to have.
Alrighty, thank you everyone for joining us in the chat. We appreciate anybody who tuned in for today, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.